right now for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
Have you been impressed?
Maybe he'll fight Jake Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I mean, I get it because at the end of the day, it's the money business, and you want to make the most money. But from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with me. And if that's the case, why not fight me?
Sure. Do you think he beats Jake Paul?
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah. I mean,
there's a huge size advantage, though.
It is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously better from the time frame that he started till now. And in the right situation, I also could see him become a world champion.
Really?
Yeah.
This is not the headline we thought we'd be reading in 2025, but it's real. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul is officially happening. And while the internet is exploding with memes, hype, and pure chaos, one man isn't celebrating: Floyd "Money" Mayweather. The same man who once built Tank into the next big star is now shaking his head in disappointment. Because in Floyd's eyes, this fight isn't just a money grab, it's a career move that could completely destroy Tank's legacy.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. How the say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no fucking sense. You don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You next in line. This is next in line.
Is there like
the last question, guys? Is there
like a love-hate for Floyd? Like,
yeah,
the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad.
And you're good, man.
And he because I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Let's break it down. Jake versus Tank. Yes, you heard that right. The rumors are over. Tank Davis is set to fight Jake Paul in what's being billed as a super fight crossover event. No exhibitions. No headgear, just a full-on sanctioned fight with real consequences.
I'd be down. Let's run it. Like, I'd be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
Well, what is?
You might say it in a minute. You definitely might say it in a minute.
For Jake Paul, this is the ultimate validation. He's already beaten names like Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, and even pulled off the biggest upset of his career against Mike Tyson last year. But Tank Davis, that's a whole different animal.
We were yelling so much about him fight somebody your size. His next opponent is, by far, he's the most credentialed guy he's ever fought. There's one problem. He fights at 135 pounds.
For Tank, though, the story is very different. This isn't about proving he's the best boxer alive. This isn't about championships. This is about paydays, clout, and headlines. And that's exactly why Floyd Mayweather is fuming.
You saying he fighting for the money. You ain't saying Mayweather the promotion trying to make the most money off of Tank possible. You saying he fighting for the money.
If he said he went in there 0 times and requested the big fights, obviously he don't really care about the big fights. He just want to get the money, in which he's doing a good job at.
I mean, maybe he just let his team, come up with who they think should be next for him, and maybe that's why he hasn't gone in there. Because anytime we see him, hear him after a fight, well, got to sit down with Calvin and the team and Floyd and London, and they gonna come up with whatever's next.
Floyd has always been about two things: skill and business. He taught Tank that the money comes when you dominate in the ring, stack wins, and let your boxing do the talking. But now, Tank is chasing the Jake Paul circus instead of real boxing glory. Behind the scenes, insiders are saying Floyd straight up told people he's disappointed in Tank. Disappointed that Tank is putting his career on the line against a YouTuber, disappointed that he's risking his reputation just for clout, and disappointed that he's not focused on defending his name after that Lamont Roach embarrassment.
Tank Davis, it was a kid. He was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid. Wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. So he won a few fights. I think he was like 8, 9. I don't know he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi-millionaire.
Think about it. Floyd made his billions by being the best boxer alive. Yeah, he did exhibitions with Logan Paul and other names, but only after his career was sealed. Tank? He's still supposed to be in his prime.
Jake is big. Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, Lamont Roach performed great. They went to draw, and, I just don't know. And Tank walked away. I don't know if he loves it enough to beat a guy who outweighs him by 80 to 100 pounds.
And this is where things get dark. Tank's career has been spiraling for a minute now. The loss to Lamont Roach wasn't just an upset. It was the start of the downfall. Fans saw Tank stumble, saw him look unfocused, and some even said he looked like a fighter who wasn't locked in anymore.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted, didn't he, in the fight?
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same when I fought Andre, that shit was burning my eyes, so I cut that off.
Instead of bouncing back, redeeming himself, and reminding the world why they called him Tank in the first place, he's doubling down on the circus, chasing Jake Paul, chasing money, chasing viral moments instead of history.
What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if he won't call cap and say, I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
And let's keep it real. This is not the same Tank we used to fear. The Tank that would walk guys down, land bombs, and end fights with one shot. That aura, it's slipping. And this Jake Paul fight might be the nail in the coffin.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up. He done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not going to fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Now, here's the crazy part. For Jake Paul, this fight is a win-win. If he loses, he can say, I lost to one of the most dangerous punchers in boxing history. No shame in that.
Bro, what is this production?
Oh!
But if Jake wins, the world changes. Jake Paul beating Tank Davis would be one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. It would take Jake from YouTube celebrity to legitimate star, not just in entertainment, but in boxing. And that's exactly why Floyd is warning Tank. If you mess around and lose to Jake Paul, your career might not recover. But let's not forget, Floyd and Tank haven't exactly been best friends lately. Their relationship has been on thin ice ever since Tank broke away from Mayweather Promotions.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that? A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's, I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
This is
it.
exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
The two have traded shots, thrown shade online, and the bond they once had seems gone. But even with all that, Floyd still cares about how Tank represents the sport. And deep down, Floyd sees this fight as a slap in the face to everything he tried to build with Tank.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was real. That's what I was told at the time. So
he didn't groom Tank to become a sideshow. He groomed him to be the next superstar in boxing. And seeing Tank risk it all for Jake Paul, it's personal.
Who were you going to call out? What was the plan originally?
I think he was here. He came in my locker room.
Shakur Stevenson?
He wasn't in my locker room.
And Jake Paul?
Next question.
Now, we can't ignore the elephant in the room, the money. Tank versus Jake Paul is going to print cash. We're talking pay-per-view numbers that rival Canelo fights, massive sponsorships, and millions on the table. I mean, just look at how well Jake's last fight did.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people.
Bro, that is so
It's all downhill
crazy.
from here.
No, for sure.
I peaked.
From a business standpoint, Tank is set for life. From a boxing standpoint, he might be throwing everything away. And Floyd knows better than anyone. Money comes and goes, but your legacy stays forever.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Let's keep it real. Jake Paul isn't a pushover anymore. He trains with real coaches, he's got size on Tank, and he's proven he can hurt people. Tank's smaller, coming off shaky performances, and doesn't seem mentally locked in. If Jake catches him slipping, we could see the upset of the century.
Right now,
Jake Paul wins this fight. It's very obvious, right? It's very, very, very obvious. I don't know why anyone thinks otherwise. Jake's actually a really good fighter. I'm going to call Jake right now, see if he'll answer. I'm going to call.
And that's the nightmare Floyd is seeing. He's seen careers crumble before. He's seen fighters gamble with their reputations. And right now, he thinks Tank is walking straight into disaster. There's real beef brewing between Jake Paul and Gervonta "Tank" Davis. And it didn't just pop up overnight. It all kicked off when Jake fought Mike Tyson.
Do you think that it's fair to call them boxers now? If we talk about Logan Brothers.
I think it's okay to call Jake Paul a boxer. The only reason why I say that is because he do be in the gym. He's working on stuff. The fight that he fought Mike Tyson, I don't think he should have fought Mike Tyson because of who Mike Tyson is and the age. And he said that he didn't try to knock him out. Yes, you did. You just couldn't get the knockout. Like, he tried to knock him out for sure.
Tank didn't like it one bit. He felt Jake was out here picking on a 60-year-old legend just to boost his own name. For Tank, that was straight up disrespect. He saw it as Jake clout chasing off an OG who built the sport, and he made it clear he wasn't impressed.
How about Jake? What do you think of Jake?
Clown.
Yeah.
He's a clown.
Would you look at it as a joke if someone, if your team was like, yo, we want you to fight Jake Paul? Would you be like, come on, man?
I laugh at him. Like, you want me to fight him?
You think it'll ever come to the point where you're going to mix into, I mean, you're obviously doing the real shit, but will it ever mix into the point where the money's big enough
Yeah,
for
would you ever
to
do a
take-
fight like that?
I feel as though in my career, I can't do that right now.
Tank was pissed, and from that moment, the tension between him and Jake only got worse.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
Let's not forget how dumb this matchup looks on paper. Jake Paul walks around at 195 pounds. He said it himself. The fight's happening at that weight, no negotiations. Tank, he fights at 135. That's 6 weight classes apart.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195. It would be an exhibition.
Okay, so it was going to be an exhibition, not sanctioned, but no restrictions. You can knock each other out and shit like that. It was going to be at a catch weight of 195 pounds, 10 rounds, 3 minutes. I've been trying to figure this out. Why was I a Tank hater for wanting to see Tank go up 5 pounds to get some smoke with like Teofimo Lopez or something? I just wanted to see him go up 5 pounds and fight Teofimo Lopez. And all of you were saying, you want Tank hurt, Showbiz. You a hater. You want him hurt. Then I'm convinced, okay, he's too small, but he can fight Jake at 195?
This isn't just a mismatch, it's a medical risk. Imagine a pit bull trying to take on a Rottweiler wearing armor. Tank is without a doubt one of the most ruthless finishers in the game. But let's be real, size does play a role. If Jake ends up eating Tank's best shots without even blinking, and then fires back with his own power, this matchup could flip on Tank fast, and the risk of it backfiring is huge.
Tank probably could get hurt. You know, this dude's 200 pounds at the end of the day, and it's not like he's a bum. No, he's not on Tank level, but a good big guy beats a great little guy. That's the phrase. This is a bad look. It's just, again, it's going to be hard for Tank to walk away from the big business that is this fight. It's a huge payday. I guess Tank fans definitely need to be worried. I know you guys think he's Superman. Jake Paul being 195 and then rehydrating. Tank fighting at 135. Coming in at like 133 where people are like, man, look, he can make lightweight. That's a 60-pound gap. That shit got to be dangerous and even unfair. Can his punches even hurt Jake? It can't be safe.
And it's bigger than just the weight difference. Jake's demanding wild conditions, no judges, no headgear, and full knockouts on the table. This isn't some lighthearted celebrity exhibition. It's basically a sanctioned street fight, only this time backed by a massive Netflix deal. At the end of the day, boxing isn't just about money. It's about legacy. And right now, Tank is gambling his entire legacy against Jake Paul. Floyd Mayweather knows it. The boxing world knows it. And soon, Tank Davis might learn the hard way.
Well, when it's all done, what do you want your legacy to be, if you care? Because some interviews I see you say like, yeah, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Where you stand on that?
It's just like, it's so up and down in the sport. When I say up and down in sport, it's like a lot of people don't know, but it been 3 and 4 people in my weight class that been undisputed. type of thing, and they held it for like only a couple months. I beat Ryan. Ryan beat Devin. Devin was undisputed. You get what I'm saying? Like it don't, like it's up and down. Cause some people are discredit what I've done. I ain't gonna lie. My influence, my everything in the sport, just that alone. Even coming from where I come from is
Right.
like, you feel me? I feel like I'm already up there with whoever, like Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray, all them people. Far as like where I come from,
Right.
not even like So I feel like that's my legacy right there.
But behind the smoke and lights, one dude is in the hospital and another might be in court. And if this thing keeps escalating, it could go from fun and games to real consequences real fast. So, there you have it, fight fans. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to Fight Field. I'll catch you in the next video.